what's going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So hope you are all enjoying the Christmas season. So it's a beautiful day and I have a tiny bit of a story tied up to my video on my recent trip to Hampi in the south of India. So it was about 1 month back where we had a trip to Hampi with my family. So basically it was pretty much like an unplanned trip, and I should say it was worth it. The trip was exciting for so many reasons, and it was after a very long time that I was traveling so far in a car in India. Anyway, we ended up going to Hampi and we stayed there for 2 days exploring this beautiful village, and it was absolutely amazing. Being a person who loves filmmaking, it was worth visiting. It's basically a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it was one of the center of medieval Hindu Vijayanagara Empire in the 16th century. Hampi's ruins are spread over like 1,400 hectares. When you go to Hampi, you can feel that excellent workmanship on these monolithic structures and these monuments. And also, I came to know that it was the second largest city during the medieval era. Just like walking through these ruins will make you feel like you're walking through the history. So Hampi is located in Karnataka, which is a state in south of India. You can reach Hampi by road or rail, but the nearest railhead to Hampi is like 13 kilometers away. So make sure you plan out. So do your research before you travel to Hampi. So Hampi is geographically located on the banks of Tungabhadra river, where one side all the ruins are located, and on the other side is like a touristy hippie island with rocky mountains and a good place to learn bouldering. So if you want to see all the main spots in Hampi, it's always recommended to have a guide rather than traveling alone. You can easily find a guide who can take you around Hampi and show you all the famous monuments, who can take you around in an auto rickshaw, and you can always bargain and get a better deal. So I recommend that'll be the best choice if you want to see all the touristy monuments, all the monuments and all. So there's a place called Virupaksha, which is the main it's also called as the bazaar area, which is the main touristy spot where all the tourist guides gather around. So if you want to get a tourist guide, you can like go to this place. So as a tourist, we also did some bargain and got a guide and took an auto rickshaw and started our exploration. कौन सा स्पॉट जाएगा फर्स्ट गणेश टेम्पल अच्छा first we headed to Ganesha temple, which is a huge statue of Lord Ganesha carved out of a single rock. So huge, you can see one guy standing there and you can see how huge this sculpture is. Oh, that's absolutely amazing. Oh, it's a temple, so when you enter you have to take off your shoes. So yeah, that was absolutely amazing, and from here you can see a really good view of the Virupaksha temple, which is right over there. So we just came to the next spot, the Krishna temple, which is a temple dedicated to Lord Krishna, and the architecture of the temple was simply amazing. This temple was built in 1530 AD. So basically this temple was built as a honor of winning a battle. You know, it's just absolutely amazing just to walk through these places. Just imagine that the kings and the emperors in the AD might have walked through these streets. I'm just absolutely mind blown by the architecture and the carvings, and oh my god, this is no words, just watch the video. So after exploring a little bit from the Krishna temple, we headed to the next spot, which is the Narasimha temple. Now I'm here in Narasimha temple, which is one of the largest a statue in Hampi. So let's see how tall this statue is. This gigantic stone structure is considered to be among the most important monument found in Hampi. After taking some photos, we headed to the next spot, which is very unique and cool, which was the underwater Shiva temple. Basically, it is one of the oldest temple in Hampi and the popular one too. Reason being that the temple can get submerged underwater during the monsoon season, and more cool is that nobody still knows why the temple is built in such a way. The architecture of this temple is so unique and very interesting. Alright, so Hampi is hotter during summer, so it's always better to get hydrated. So decided to have a coconut for refreshment and headed to another popular spot called the Hazara Rama temple. It's a small temple dedicated to Lord Rama. The temple is famous for its panels depicted the story of epic Ramayana. You can visit the place anytime from 6 am to 6 pm. The walls of the temples carry the story of Ramayana carved on the stones. The outer wall of the temple are decorated with vast relics of Rama and Krishna. Later we headed to the king's palace. Only the ruins of the basement remains. The entire place were destroyed during the attack of the Deccan Sultanate in 1565 AD. The beauty and the architecture of the palace of Veera Harihara can only be imagined. The ornate base of the palace provides the idea about the architecture of the long-lost structure. There is no trace of the palace walls, but I read in an article that the palace architecture used like wood and other perishable items to build the palace. It is a good spot to stand and take a look at the surrounding area, just as the king of Vijayanagara Empire might have done in the ancient ages. And at the end, we are headed to another famous spot in Hampi, which is the Vitala temple. The temple is a bit far from the roadside, so you have to walk all the way in. But since we were tired, we hired one of those battery running vans which took us to the temple and costed almost like 20 rupees for a ride. The iconic temple has amazing stone structures such as incomparable stone chariots and fascinating musical pillars. That temple is a must visit, and we got lucky that we went there during the golden hour, so we got some absolutely beautiful pictures of this temple. You can check the pictures in my Instagram. I'll post the link below of my Instagram, so you can go and check it out. After exploring and taking some amazing pics, we headed back to the place where we stayed, which is at the hippie side of Hampi. To reach there, we have to catch a boat from the Virupaksha temple area, which could charge almost like 50 rupees for one side. The island has more of like a hippie vibe, and there are small tent-like cottages where you can stay. Cottages located between the paddy fields where you can stay, which is pretty cool. You can always hire a scooter and explore the hippie side of Hampi. Hampi temple, which is located in this site, is a must visit. You have to climb 550 steps to reach on top, where you get the view of the entire Hampi. So basically, to get upstairs, you have to go all the way from there through this way to here, and you go upstairs. And also, you can chill out with some monkeys. Overall, Hampi was an absolutely amazing destination, and I recommend everyone to visit at least once in your lifetime. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell icon so you won't miss my next video. So thank you so much for watching. So keep it sub, and like, share, and I'm gonna post more videos soon. So yeah, bye.